This is the Brick Commentary Central. You're listening to the BCC Podcast. It is Monday, August 22nd of 2022. You're listening to episode 320 of the BCC Podcast. I'm LQ. Joining me today is Ford.
Good
I was
evening,
holding
everybody.
in hiccups the entirety of that intro.
Good evening, everyone.
Also, Leo.
It's the dream team again.
Yeah.
For how many times in a row?
2 months.
Japan.
I feel like since you've been back from your honeymoon, Leo, this has been basically it.
Yeah, essentially. Ever since got back to Texas.
I mean, we've been through periods like this before. It just wasn't with this cast.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Ford were always there, though.
Yeah.
We're mainstays.
Yep.
I like it.
Eventually, Kevin's got to get a different job,
Eventually.
and Mace has got to not be dying on the inside.
I mean, things are looking up for them in recent times. They need some time.
And Ryan will find some internet someday.
Yeah.
Yes. Internet. That's what he needs.
Yeah, because Orion had been here pretty consistently for a while.
Yeah.
And, yeah, people listening and wondering where he's at. I don't have a good explanation for this story. Go ask him.
Yeah.
Just spam his DMs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll probably tell you. Maybe. Or he'll post like a meme. Either way, you'll get something. But yeah. Now, today we're going to talk about Lego. Mixing it up a
No
bit.
way, really? Oh, yeah, Lego on a Lego podcast. What a revolutionary
right.
concept.
Yeah.
Woo! Yeah!
No, Ford, you just messed up the audio balancing.
Sorry, I couldn't
All right,
control
that's
myself.
gonna
We're
do it
talking
for
about
us
Lego.
today. Thank you
Wait,
for
I haven't
joining
even
us.
talked about
Be
Kung Fu
sure to
Hustle
share
yet.
the video. What did you talk about, Leo? What did you...
I haven't gotten the chance to talk about Kung Fu Hustle.
Oh, yes, you did watch that recently, didn't you?
I did.
How was it?
Is it good?
It was very strange.
Was it good?
I've only seen
was
clips
also
of the
very
one
good.
action sequence. Is the action pretty good throughout?
The action is very cheesy. It's very hammed up. It's very, very well done. Like it's
I gotta watch it at some point.
it takes itself so seriously that, like, you know,
I actually missed
you
that.
couldn't think of it being any other way but this ham.
Movies have been too self-aware in the wrong ways lately.
Yes,
Like
Thor.
did you see Thor?
No, I saw Thor Ragnarok and heard it was more of that. So
No, it's
more.
It's
But
like
worse.
Thor Ragnarok, but without being good. It's like the
you do know who
slight
you're
flaws.
talking to, right?
Yeah, it's like the slight flaws that Thor Ragnarok had, but that's all it is.
Hmm.
I heard it's mostly just boring. I have not seen it yet. I've just talked to Mace. I haven't seen an MCU movie in quite a while, and I don't think I
I
plan
mean,
to.
the last one
sadly,
I
the
watched.
last one I saw was Eternals.
Oof. Yeah,
I mean,
the last one I was
People say
interested in
Spider-Man.
watching
I don't consider
was-
Spider-Man MCU.
Yeah, not really. I
After
watched.
watching Morbius, it's not MCU.
Yeah, I watched Doctor Strange 2, and it was so awful. Like,
I've heard that it's a very polarizing movie. Like, it's split.
it's
Some
just,
people I talk to, like, you don't like it, and there's like half the people I talk to agree with you, they don't like it, and the other half I talk to say they did like it.
there's so much wrong with just that. Like, I've been getting more and more into fiction recently.
Mhm.
And not so much just like fiction in general, but more like the craft of it and what makes it good. Like, like what makes like the resounding stories of our childhoods so good, and what makes it such a good, endearing, timeless story. And I look at the Marvel movies, and they just have I mean, they already didn't have any staying power because they were just coming out like one
They
after
had
the other
staying
after the other.
power up until Endgame.
It had,
was over.
I'd say
I
it had
think
staying
Iron Man
power.
2
until
is the
then.
movie of the generation.
I
Well,
agree.
yeah, Iron Man 2, but like none of these other ones now, none of them have this staying power, and part of it is just
No.
because they're not written like they are fiction. They are written as anti-fiction. And I'm not even saying fan fiction. I'm not even going there. I'm saying it's anti-fiction. Like, it's desperately trying just to be reality in and of itself, but just with some other flashy stuff.
What
I actually feel like the newer ones.
Oh,
go ahead,
what
Lou.
you've described is everything that Marvel has put out since Axel Alonso took the head back in 2013.
Yes.
Though I actually feel
now
like
now it's plain as day, and you can't unsee it.
See, I actually like the take it in the original where they did try and ground the stories just a bit more.
And I like that too.
But then I feel like
yesterday
they went
I watched
the other
the
way
first
at
Iron
some
Man,
point.
and it was like, yes, this is perfect. This is a
like
great
I know a lot of
movie.
people don't like the first Thor, but I really like what they
like
did
it.
with it.
Yeah, I like the fantasy stuff. You know, I'm fine with that. But like, you compare it to what we're getting now, and it's just like it's night and day. I mean, you already know that.
The problem is they had a few movies.
It's hard to describe just how night and day it is.
Mm-hmm.
But really, it comes down to the tightness of the writing, and you don't see that anymore.
Well, there isn't writing.
Yeah, I mean, like, could you at least say that like there's some stuff in that first Thor movie that is truly artful? I'd say yes.
Yeah.
Like, the designs are really good. I think, the character arc for Thor is really good overall. I mean, it's not,
it's simple.
It's not setting the world on fire, but it's very well done.
Well, that's what the thing that the older movies had going for them, and Phase 3 started to slip into this a little bit. Mm-hmm. The fault of it's actually Ant-Man, but that's a longer story. Where basically they decided every movie had to be the biggest movie ever. Black Panthers especially caused this.
Yep.
And the fact that Ant-Man performs really, really poorly makes it so they don't want any other movies like that.
Mm-hmm. But
back then, remember, each movie used to have to prove its worth in itself. Right. Now they just expect it to be the biggest thing ever.
Yeah, and it's that's why Doctor Strange 2 for me was just like probably one of the worst things I've seen in a very long time. It is worse than Morbius, okay?
Are you sure about that?
I am very sure about that. At least, like, I got some enjoyment out of Morbius. Not even just like the sort of like joking enjoyment, all right? Like, at least there was something.
Maybe I'll watch
There's
Doctor
some kind
Strange
of inspiring thing there, right? But like Doctor Strange 2, it had no redeeming qualities. None. Except for, okay, his new Avengers outfit that he has at the beginning, that's cool. I like that. That's fine. But everything else, nope. Not having it.
You didn't like Bruce Campbell?
No.
That is truly telling.
It was not. That scene was atrocious. Like, okay, have you seen that scene?
No. I haven't seen anything from Doctor Strange 2.
Do you want to know what they do with him?
No, I don't think we need to get into further details at this point. I think, look, I don't think
because as soon as I explain it to you, you're going to be like, oh.
I don't think there's going to be any staunch defenders of Phase 4 of the MCU, so I don't think we need to go deeper.
I'm just glad that like the public has really resounded on it and just said no. And it's so bad that they had to just go on and just say, okay, well, now we're just moving on to Phase 5.
I don't think
just
that's
to
the
get
reason
out of the Phase 4 thing.
That's not the reason they did it.
Oh, I know it's not the reason, but like, it's got to be a little bit the reason, right? A little bit.
Nah, they're really tone deaf to that stuff.
I think they're just out of touch, out of time.
She-Hulk just came out.
Around.
Yes, the best TV show ever made.
That's something I've actually been hearing. Like at work, people who normally aren't like the most critical people are talking like, yeah, I think this is gonna be the worst thing that Marvel's ever done.
What are you talking about? Is the best and most truest adaptation of that character we've ever seen.
I mean, when the writers are saying that they're not good at writing rousing trial scenes, and I quote, and they're literally writing a show called Attorney at Law.
So no, I get that. However, I don't like being that type of critic where you grab onto one thing in the interview and then tear it apart based
I'm
on
not
that.
Just grabbing this one thing from the interview. I'm just seeing what's on the screen and being like, yeah, this is crap.
Well, yeah, that too. Just like I don't want to be
it's like
a headline
you take that
journalist.
And you take this and it's like, oh, right, okay, that makes sense.
Have you seen it, Ford?
Have I seen the show?
Yeah.
God, no.
Okay.
I've seen enough clips just to know I don't like its
irreverence.
I'm
with Liam here. Ugh.
Like, my main problem with it is just its irreverence to the material from which it came. Not like the comics, but like the rest of the MCU. Where it seems to have a desire to tear it down in a lot of ways.
That seems to be a problem with this other Phase 4 content.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Loki had some of that in the show.
Some of the tearing down, or?
Tearing down.
Maybe a little bit,
MCU
but I feel
elements.
like Loki... I actually feel like it brought up some parts for Loki. Like, it explains some of his character a bit more. I quite like Loki as a standalone project still.
I still have mixed feelings on it.
I mean, yeah, I like the style. The music was good, but I mean, the story overall was just...
Yeah, it doesn't fit the best with the MCU overall, but no, I actually like the characters. I liked Owen Wilson.
Yeah, well, this was the best part, though.
And I like...
But yeah, to say that, like, that's the best part of Phase 4, like, that's saying something.
No, I mean, the GIF I just posted.
That was all right. Yeah,
the glorious purpose.
Oh yeah,
the goofy Loki costume on.
Yeah, that's fine.
But if I was judging Loki like outside the rest of the MCU stuff and like just as a show on its own, I think that was a nice show.
Chilled an afternoon for me. It was fine. I will say, and I know I'm gonna sound weird saying this, I actually kind of enjoyed What If. I'd say What If was probably like one of my favorites, just because like I wasn't taking it seriously. Like, it was just this kind of tongue-in-cheek sort of thing, and I liked it. I
just really wanted them to make What If Star-Lord was the Black Panther.
But I had the most entertaining experience ever watching What If, and that's also, I think it's because of like the marketing versus what we got. Me and Kevin watched it, and like the marketing made it seem like it was going to be like this more serious show. Then you go in
expecting it to be serious at all, and
like when you watch it, when you're going like what they talk about it, it's obviously not what they intended to make. But when you get to, especially when you get to like the Black Panther Star-Lord episode is so incredibly like jarring.
Yeah.
Where it's like I can't tell if they're trying to be funny because of it for a while. And I think actually that one I couldn't say is legitimately funny. The first one is actually pretty bad. I think everyone agrees that one was like someone read the footnotes to the script of the Captain America movie.
Yeah. I'd say like my favorite episode was probably the Doctor Strange one.
Yeah, that one was probably the best. That one legitimately best made.
That one was really good.
Which one?
The one it's like you just Doctor Strange becomes evil, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any What If, so.
Okay, so like in this universe, his girlfriend dies, and he just tries to keep trying to bring her back, but he has to like accumulate all this power to do so, and then he goes back in time and kills himself. But then in doing so, he destroys the universe because it was a fixed point in time, and it had to happen so that he could save the universe from Dormammu.
And they put him in a snow globe.
Yep. But then he ends up working with the Watcher later. It's really weird.
Yeah, the finale. I did not like the finale at all.
Yeah. Also, they needed that one episode
that was literally missing.
Yeah, they needed that.
And they even made a Lego minifigure based off that episode that did not
They didn't just make a minifigure. They made a set. They made a minifigure and a set based on that episode.
Oh, yeah, that's
right. It didn't even air. It's the one that came with the Watcher.
Yeah.
Like, guys.
Yeah.
But also the premise for that one sounded pretty interesting. I don't know if you.
I don't know. What I can't get over what is it is a just a butt ugly looking show.
Yeah, the
animation
designs are not good.
It looks like substandard Telltale animation.
Mm-hmm. I think it would have been interesting if they had gone for more of like the Star Wars Visions.
I never watched that.
I mean, I haven't seen it either, but from what I gather, they went with like different designs, like a different sort of design language with every episode. So I think that would have been interesting to sort of, make it, I don't know, to give the show a little bit more variety.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
But no, like of all the shows,
I still like.
I feel like I'm in the minority, but I really liked the Hawkeye show. It
was fine. I'd say as far as like the main installments, that would probably be one of the better
I like it
ones.
because it's actually reverent to the history of the MCU, unlike the other shows.
Yeah, I thought it was fine, but the climax, the resolution of the climax, I thought
it wasn't the best.
It was a little weak.
It feels like
had this big
one of the
horde
lesser
thing
Phase 1 or Phase 2 movies.
because there's like two regular people fighting off an army of gangsters.
Yeah, okay, that is the problem. Is they become like
while they had the low ground.
Yeah,
the gangsters had the high ground.
No, I definitely had issue with that, and I did have issue with the Kingpin scene until I found out exactly what they're going for with that, and I didn't know that's ripped literally directly from the comics. And why do you have to make Echo a character? It's not a thing anyone was asking for. She's one of like slowed down the show the most, actually.
I don't understand why they felt the need to make her relatable until I learned they were trying to give her own show. But then like that just makes it worse because again she's a criminal. I don't feel any remorse.
You haven't watched Breaking Bad, Leo.
I have not watched Breaking Bad.
Have you seen Obi-Wan yet?
I have not seen Obi-Wan, and I don't intend to.
Thank you.
I have not watched the last episode of Obi-Wan, which is supposed to be the best one, but what I will say, what I watched so far...
You say so.
Obi-Wan is a fine fan fiction. It doesn't make any sense that it exists, and it's not great, but it's a completely inoffensive and entertaining show to watch.
I mean, I don't disagree with what you said.
But
I wouldn't... actually, no. To me, it's not entertaining, but that's because I'm a jaded, stupid Star Wars fan.
Well, I figured that it would just be suffering from the same things that slowed down Book of Boba Fett, which was, wouldn't it be cool if we had Boba Fett riding the Rancor?
It doesn't really do that.
The whole thing is just like, it's predicated on the whole cool scene-itis.
But right? it doesn't actually do that, though, is the thing.
Like, there is... I'll give you this.
I'll give you this. What does it?
The finale does have a scene that I love.
It's probably one I already know about, and I've got to actually watch
you probably already know the scene that I'm talking about.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a really good exchange. I love it, but it's in such a terrible show,
and also completely unnecessary.
It is unnecessary.
That's why I say it's like fan fiction
because
it doesn't.
That's moments there.
It's cool. It's enjoyable, but it doesn't actually fit into the narrative.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Like everything I've heard is that Obi-Wan just makes Vader the worst, like the worst at his job.
It makes him dumb.
So
now, I mean, there is some things that I can actually understand. Like we didn't really think about because it actually has to make sense. Like, well, Vader did know that Obi-Wan wasn't dead.
Obi-Wan knew that Darth Vader wasn't dead.
Yeah.
Or, because, Anakin Skywalker is Darth Vader, that kind of thing.
But so, I mean, it does kind of make sense that he would have still been hunting Obi-Wan.
Because the show is like, did you know that Anakin is Darth Vader? Like, yeah, I did. But apparently not for this show.
Do they say that he doesn't?
The show is written as if he does not know that Anakin Skywalker is Darth Vader.
I saw it more as like that.
Which is a clear contradiction to the canon. I
saw it more so as like it's something he really couldn't face.
I don't know.
Would disagree.
I don't think the show's I don't think the show's script is strong enough to actually tackle a question like that.
I will say
actually no, it isn't. It isn't.
The guy that plays Uncle Owen in the show like gives his absolute most though.
Well, he was in episode 2.
Mm-hmm.
And he was great.
No, I mean, it's the same guy. I'm just saying he does a really good job. He
was also Mr. Buchanan in The Great Gatsby.
I have not seen that.
You should. It's that is cinema.
But so yeah, I'd say the problem with Obi-Wan is it didn't do enough to justify its existence, and even though it's not offensive in itself.
Yeah. But apparently, not only is it getting a season 2, it's also getting a spin-off. These people never learn.
I didn't think it's confirmed season 2. It's like Kathleen Kennedy said that if people were demanding it, they'd give a season 2. It wasn't officially green.
It's like the most watched Star Wars show on Disney Plus. It's getting a season 2.
I don't know for certain that'll mean it gets one, but I wouldn't be surprised. But
one.
Yeah, there has been no I'm not gonna rely on that until there's confirmation. So what all these projects have taught me is you do better with the future Star Wars show if you just base it on a new character like they did with The Mandalorian, because they go downhill as soon as you try and incorporate legacy characters. Because that's really what happened with Mandalorian Season 2, which I enjoy a good 75% of still. And especially it's what brought down Book of Boba Fett, because you bring in all these expectations and you're never going to please people if you keep bringing in the old characters.
Mando should have just been there for the ride. He shouldn't have had those 2 episodes.
Yeah, and what's sad is they're pretty great if they weren't in that show.
I still disagree just because of what it does with Luke again.
Okay, no, I do hate that. I feel like it's redeemable if they actually had an arc go on with it, but I don't know that they're smart enough.
I don't think they are.
Because if they actually have an arc, because there was, if I recall, there's something in the old EU where Luke kind of went through a similar arc where he was trying to go to the old Jedi code, but figured it out that it just wasn't going to work.
Yeah, Thrawn trilogy.
So I feel like, if they went with something like that, then that would redeem that episode more. So.
I mean, the end of the Thrawn trilogy is literally the ghost of Obi-Wan telling Luke that he's the last of the old Jedi and the first of the new Jedi. That should have been the guiding force for the sequel trilogy. That's why a lot of people like me were mad that it didn't turn out that way.
I mean, that is the problem with, again, they could still do that.
I mean,
with what they established. I don't know if they will, because the sequel trilogy is holding them back.
But that's the thing. Like, you have, all roads lead to Luke Skywalker being a failure.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can't write it. You can't write it any other way. It's a shame.
And here's the thing: is I don't rule out the idea they introduce an alternate universe.
I don't know.
Especially with like how big multiverse is in what Disney is pushing now.
No, I really would like them to just recast, bring back all the cast from the sequel trilogy, and then just rewrite those movies and reshoot them.
That would be the hardest sell ever.
I would rather they just take like a soft sort of a screenplay based on the legacy comics, so that it's like so far in the future that you can just disregard the sequels entirely and have it be about Luke Skywalker's descendant.
I really don't.
You can even have Mark Hamill come back as a Force ghost, because he literally talks to him in the comic. Because, well, the thing is, Luke Skywalker's descendant is a bounty hunter, and he's also an idiot who actually uses death sticks, and he uses them so that he can stop seeing. Yes, he uses the death sticks so he can stop, or so he can cut off his link to the Force, so that he can stop from seeing his great grandfather because he hates him.
Yeah, I'm not into doing. Yeah, we've talked about this before. I'm not into doing adaptations from.
And I know you're not into doing adaptations, but like when they literally said that, we have no source material. What are you doing? It's right there.
Yeah,
it's right there.
Well, the thing is,
like, you don't have to do exactly that. Just do something.
I think The Mandalorian was a great point.
And that's the thing. Like, The Mandalorian was great, but what if it was that, but he was also a Jedi?
No.
That would have been cool. You have to admit that would have been cool.
Yeah, but I really like bounty hunters just doing their own thing.
See,
what if it was a bounty hunter who was also a former Jedi?
Yeah.
See, I'm of the opinion Star Wars is way more than just the Jedi and the Force.
Yeah.
I'm in that camp, so that's why.
I'm just.
That's why I didn't like when The Mandalorian started going more towards that.
Yeah,
stuff.
I know. Like, The Mandalorian is fine on its own. I think it's a decent show. At least the first season's a really good season. But I think for the main movies, you have to keep the Force element. And I feel like if you were to keep it with that element, but also keep the Skywalker element, just do this. Do something like Legacy was trying to do and did. Because I think that's what people are going to want to see going forward. Well, they want to because the thing is, like, even George Lucas saw this in his own treatments for 7, 8, and 9. Like, he wanted to go for more of the underworld element, and that's what Legacy also did. So I'd say, like, you don't have to do a straight adaptation of Legacy, but go that line of not darker in the sense that, like, oh, it's got to be grimdark, but like darker in in the tone.
Here's why I think that's a losing battle entirely. We can't even agree on what we'd want to see from Star Wars. There's no way that the majority of the fan base is ever going to be happy with something at this point.
I want something different. I want something...
But not everyone does.
Which is why they hated the prequels.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, but like, I want to see different takes within the property. And I'm just not getting that right now.
Well,
like, The Mandalorian was good. The Mandalorian was good.
I mean,
Mandalorian season 2
like Obi-Wan
went the way
is
of like,
a different take.
Let's just put all the stuff into it. And Obi-Wan is a different take.
But it's not when you like.
It's not a strong take. Like, it's
well,
got...
here's
like
the
I said,
thing,
like,
Ford.
it's got some really good stuff in it in isolation. Like, it's got that cool scene-itis, but...
see, Ford, that's the thing.
A lot of them are in the last episode, and I can't say what they are because you haven't seen it yet.
Well, Ford, here's the thing with it overall, though. Is,
like, I know they got the chops.
In a vacuum,
they just don't have the talent to make it all connect.
Ford,
and that's so frustrating.
Ford, 10-sentence limit.
Sorry.
Ford, in a vacuum, yes, your idea works well. We live in reality, though.
I know.
We live in
a
society.
That's what I mean by thing. That's why you always see this with franchise and stuff and being restrictive, because it just doesn't work to try something different all the time, because you're going to come up with a majority of stuff that's bad because you only hit what's good 1 out of 100 times. And that's why usually that doesn't work for franchises. That's why Marvel had the formula. And that's why I actually argue the MCU formula was good. It's when they stopped following the MCU formula, things got bad.
I mean, as a Star Wars fan, I think it's just let Star Wars rest for a little while, at least.
It's not gonna rest. I'd say they should have just like worked with what. Why don't
they should have just like they should have just kept
worked.
On with the kept on with the Mandalorian.
And for a moment, everyone was happy.
Instead of just throwing like 10 different projects that are attached to it. Right into the second season.
And
like,
a lot of people are blaming Favreau and Filoni for that. And look, Filoni has his issues with stuff, especially Ahsoka, when like refusing to let her not be in something. But you notice that didn't happen because first, the studio Disney did not really think much of a Star Wars TV show live action being a big deal,
right?
So they didn't interfere much with The Mandalorian season 1. Season 2,
well, because they didn't think, like, they thought it was just going to be, you know, Disney Plus shovelware, like it wasn't going to do anything, and then Baby Yoda,
because also The Mandalorian's the reason that we're getting all the MCU shows as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, the MCU shows were already like on the slate before the Mandalorian premiered. Not as many, you're right.
And I don't think
like they were already on the.
Remember, they're all going to be smaller scale at first too. Remember, originally, what was one of the first ones supposed to be? It was Hawkeye. A much smaller scale show.
That's true.
And I don't know. Well, I'll have more opinions on what like the future of Star Wars TV shows is after the Bad Batch season 2 comes out and see if it can redeem the second half of season 1. Because the Bad Batch started out so great, and then got so inconsequential by the end.
I still haven't seen the show.
Finale.
The finale was all right, but there's a lot of filler.
Odd bits.
It became too much like Rebels.
It was not directed. I feel like it needed.
Like the first few episodes are great. Like I really like the first few episodes.
Yeah, them escaping and building the new.
Well, then when it just becomes them on fetch quest for cameos, it's when it gets not so great.
Fennec did not need to be in there.
No, I don't know why they're trying to push Fennec so much. Like,
she's the hot new character.
But also, why make the hot new character? Ming-Wen is getting pretty old.
And honestly, like I hate to sound mean, but like you can kind of tell.
Yeah, like she's
a shame.
Not
like
up to what she was like at the beginning of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Stationary stuff, yeah.
Yeah, she's
Morrison also isn't getting any younger.
Yeah.
Also, keep in mind, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. came out like 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good grief.
Yeah, Ming-Na Wen is going on 60.
Yeesh. I mean, she still looks
I think she looks pretty good for 60
for that
if that's the
age. But
case.
like,
No, well, yeah, she's
But still.
Asian, so she's not going to age until she does.
Okay.
But
okay,
All right.
no, I'm acknowledging it. She looks pretty good for her age. But yeah, you're not gonna be able to pass off as an action star for much longer. And yeah, Tamara Morrison's getting old as well. And actually,
yeah, he looked old like 10 years ago. Seriously.
And the thing is, with him, you actually didn't have to have him do the stunts. They could have you've had Boba Fett use the helmet a lot more, which they did in The Mandalorian. In season 2, Boba Fett's action was great.
Yeah.
But for some reason, they insisted on him not wearing a helmet all the time and having, like, Morrison, what it looks like, do his own stunts for whatever reason.
Mm. Yeah.
And
just Star Wars, just in general, is just depressing to me nowadays. It's a shame.
A lot of things I loved have become depressing, like Bionicle.
So did you want to talk about Lego this podcast?
Well, that's what I had planned on originally, but
okay.
Yeah,
I changed the title to Lego or Not.
Let me ask you this. What is the story about the Titan mechs?
Oh, yeah. I was going to tell that. So, Leo, you might have actually seen this because you're in the TTV patron chat.
Huh? Have I seen it?
So, Dark Talk Nuva at his Walmart found a bunch of Titan mechs on sale for $19.
Oh, yes. That's right.
So I bought 2 of them, and he shipped them to me like an hour ago.
Nice.
If they would have been, I probably would have bought 10 of them if it was like something I didn't have to pay for shipping for each one for, because shipping was pretty steep. Even though I eventually, all in all, I got them for about $30 each, which I think they're going for $65 now with the price increase. So it is.
Wow.
It's a pretty good deal, and that also Zane's Titan mech is a pretty good set. So I am very happy with that.
Wait, it's Zane's Titan mech?
Yeah, Zane's Titan mech from Legacy.
Oh, I thought you said Lloyd's Titan mech.
Oh, not Lloyd's. They're the same like style. Zane's is better because it has knees.
Yeah.
Even though I like the colors of Lloyd's better.
So what are you gonna do with all these Titan mechs?
One I'm gonna actually is planning on using for a gift. The other one I'm gonna use as a base. I'm gonna just mock it into my own mech.
There you go. You can use all those crystal staffs you've been making in it.
Oh yeah, that was the other thing.
The staff infection mech.
No, so that was just some project I'd been doing recently. One of my favorite Lego elements is like, the jewel, the little diamond piece.
Mm-hmm.
The classic Lego treasure.
Mm-hmm.
So, I realized there's only so many colors of that piece, actually. And I wanted one of each color. Just when I'm getting a picture to put in the podcast. But, so yeah, I got them all.
So you did?
Yeah, the hardest one to get was actually the trans of bright orange or dark orange. Let me go to Bricklink here.
Yeah, it's like the orange they use for like the fire pieces and stuff like that.
Yeah, that color of orange.
Yeah.
Trans neon orange, that's what it was. Now, this says there's trans orange and trans neon orange. Maybe, actually, maybe I don't have this one yet. Crap. Yep. There was another one for it. I forgot about this. We found it when we were there the other night. There's that one game, the Bazaar game, and that one Atlantis set. Has it in orange. So, never mind. I don't have them all. I'm a liar.
You've deceived us all.
Because, yeah, the trans neon orange one is not in that many sets either. And most of them are old. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, the trans neon orange jewel is in 7 sets. The last one being in 2004 in Hagrid's Hut 2nd edition.
Oh, gosh. That was a long time ago.
Yeah. So, yeah, the trans orange, which, dang it, I do not have. Man, my life had purpose 3 minutes ago.
Well, renew your purpose to getting this one.
We just destroyed this man's whole career. no.
Let me try and... Is anyone even selling this? Okay, yeah, it is definitely for sale. Although I worry if people put the wrong color down when I buy it.
Yeah. It's always my trouble with Crowd.
Well,
have you gotten some Crowd in the wrong colors?
No, because I'm careful.
Well, I got a set on sale last week as well.
No.
The Walmart near me
You don't want to talk about the other jewel colors?
I mean, you could, but I just wanted to mention that the Walmart near me was having some clearances, and they had the Ironmonger on sale for like $30, and then they had Lloyd's Legendary Dragon from Core on sale for $50. So I got that one.
All right.
Because that's pretty much what I'm willing to pay for that set. It's very nice. Very nice. One of the better dragons, I'd say.
Yeah, it's nice.
Sombrero Man says that he has Hagrid's hut from 2004.
Nice.
Congratulations.
Figured I'd point that out.
Go and PS1 Hagrid's
Do you have
piece.
the crystal?
He says he does, yes.
So, actually, I was wrong. There is another color that I don't have. Transmedium blue. And it looks like it was, like, exclusively in Belleville.
Interesting.
Specifically Belleville Fairy Tale. Yeah,
is it pretty available?
I might have one of those somewhere then.
You had Belleville Fairy Tale sets?
My sister did.
So you don't have
there are like 63 of them for sale, so they are gettable.
Okay.
But dang, I must have been thinking just because I was like making one gem for each of the Ninjago, and this trans neon orange was, I thought, a good fit for Cole. I do wonder, yeah, this is definitely trans neon orange and not orange, so I need the orange one. Yeah.
All right then.
For all the Lego sets going up in price, actually, I now have a theory. We're gonna see a lot more sales on Lego sets.
Oh, I mean, I just told you, I'm literally just seeing it now. And these are the sets that supposedly were gonna go up in price. I think, unless I could be mistaken.
Oh yes, they are going up in price. But the thing is, I'm seeing, like I said, I just got one of the Legacy Titan mechs on sale. Like a lot of those, like not mainline sets, which Lego was saying they needed more of, are now becoming much cheaper.
Also, stores aren't stocking as many of the newer sets, from what I've seen.
Probably because it costs more for them to stock them.
Pretty much. That's what I'm thinking anyway.
Another thing that I've been doing lately to get sets for cheap is using Facebook Marketplace. Which is probably the best place to buy secondhand Lego. So I got the Stormbringer dragon from Hunted. It didn't have any minifigures with it, but since I already own all the minifigures, that's not really a big issue for me. Got him for $15.
Not bad.
And then I got the Legacy Storm Raider, the Jace Jet, for $13. These are like $8 or $9 shipping with each of them.
Yeah.
They also didn't have any minifigures, but it was in like new condition. Basically, it does need a new sticker sheet, which, it is what it is.
And you can get those on Bricklink for pretty cheap.
But for that price, it's a very nice build and a good amount of bricks.
Nice.
If we were more mainstream, I wouldn't mention Facebook Marketplace. I don't want it to become mainstream and more competitive. But for the few people that are listening, if you want to get some secondhand Lego, that's the place to do it. eBay is a really
on Facebook. Wow.
hard place to do it now. Bricklink, you can get a fair price, but not a great one. We did see the Downtown Diner there the other day for $160 sealed.
Oh, that's right.
Pretty good.
Actually, I actually see a few listings for that, so I think that was back in the point where that article was published. Is Lego worth more than gold for investments? I think a lot of people bought that set. And it's a lot of people that aren't necessarily connected with the Lego community. So, let me see, actually, right now. I'm not seeing it sealed. No, here's one for $159. It's claiming to be.
I mean, that's still not bad.
Even if it's used for good condition, I would.
Yeah. I mean, these days, that's great.
I mean, this one's $159. It said it doesn't come with the original box, but all bricks are sealed in designated poly bag.
There you go. I mean, it's probably. You know what? I'm gonna go on Bricklink real quick.
It's
I'll let
definitely
you know.
cheaper than that.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, Bricklink. It's going for a minimum of $250.
There are some weird listings on here where it like has it for $40 and then it goes to no picture. There's a lot of that. I assume there's some glitch in the system.
Now, does Facebook Marketplace only work like in your, I don't know, like your country of origin or whatever? Or is it like worldwide?
I have no idea. I've only ever ended up buying stuff from the US.
Okay.
Sometimes you could probably just change your VPN location.
Well, they might not ship to you then.
Well, you could surprise. I don't know.
That sounds
surprise,
like
international shipping.
That sounds like a horrible idea. But yeah, I would recommend that. What under the Palace Cinema would go for?
Rubbing salt in the wound there.
It actually just seems to be glitching a lot right now, so I can't exactly tell. But I do see a good, obviously used but good condition one for like 200.
It's not terrible.
But yeah, that's what I've been using a lot lately. And getting some pretty good deals on it, because I've not bought any of the new summer sets. Because they're too much.
In the meantime, I got Taragavakama.
Oh, nice. You don't have very many.
Has he come to tell you of the ancient ways just when you need them?
Yes, he has.
Yes.
As I enter my second year of grad school.
Trying to think.
So I'll give you the wisdom right before the exam.
I actually have a lot of Lego sets sitting around that I just haven't built.
I've been getting through my hobby backlog lately.
Yeah.
I just don't have a ton of space to store them, so I end up not building them. Like I still have like the catamarans from back in
I still
Island.
need to get
the Wookiee catamarans from 2005.
Yeah, those ones, right? I still need to get the Taraga though, and some of the Matoran too.
Yeah. I only have.
I believe I have all the
2001
Taraga.
sets now.
No, I don't have all the Taraga. I have like 3 of them. I have Vakama, Nuju, and let me just check.
Do you have Creepin' Winua?
Creepin' Winua.
Oh, Matchow, I have him.
Leader of the Candlehead cult.
Yeah. Throwback.
Yeah.
Wait, good times. I have Winua and Anua. These have been literally sitting just by my bed.
And you didn't notice?
The toes squabble like Cocoa Birds over
I do have all of them. Remember Brick Fair 2018?
That's right. Wait, no, I thought that was all the Tometru.
Also that.
Also that. Okay.
Yeah, that's the year I got all the 2008 Toa Nuva.
That's right.
Good year.
That was the year I bought nothing but Krana and Takarusa.
Yeah, I do miss the yard sale portion of Brick Fair.
That was truly the best part of it.
Found some really good stuff. I miss getting custom masks.
Yeah. Little socket ball.
The custom mask scene at Brick Fair, man. Something else.
Yeah.
Something else.
Maybe I'll go to Brick Fair next year, but I'm still kind of disgusted with the Bionicle community, actually even more so recently. So I don't know, I would go for other people, not them. Like, no, seriously, The people who I like out there, I like you guys still, so don't take offense to this.
Oh, that's good. Thanks.
Not you, Ford.
Yeah, I know.
But the people, no, I'm serious. I'm disgusted with the Bionicle community, honestly. Just absolutely. You take the joy out of something I love consistently. And are, the most elitist, snobby, just... Yeah, I hate it. I hate it so much. So I don't want to interact with a lot of people that were at the convention is the problem. And I hate to be that guy.
I do have a solution for you, and I think Leo might agree. Ignore them.
Yeah, well, that's what I do. That's what I'm saying. If I do, I'm not going to be hanging around the Bionicle section if I go. I want to meet other Lego
You don't
fans.
Want to bring your mocks there to display?
I don't really have any Bionicle mocks. I hope at some point that I'll actually have some other. Maybe if I... this Titan mech mock that I want to do. Even though I don't know if that's kind of frowned upon, just to be modifying a set and passing it off.
No.
Because I enjoy doing that, but...
There's quite a few mocks at Brick Fair every now and then that are just modifications of other sets.
Yeah.
I mean, there was that one year where somebody just made the Toamata into different colors.
That's right.
If that's modification,
the Bionicle community has a different standard, though.
Do tell?
I don't know. That's mostly a joke. I'm just saying, Bionicle fans accept anything that's Bionicle unless it's not what they like. I do. I just really worry about going to it at this point and then finding there is no one who actually isn't acting incredibly immature. Which there wasn't in the past, but things have changed so much since we last went.
We really have lived a lot of life.
If
since
we did go, I'd need to organize it with some other people I know who would want to go, outside of our group, who I know I do want to see. I'd want to make sure that they're going as well.
Yeah.
I would like to see Slime and Waj again. They're cool.
Yeah, I don't think any of Modularity went this last year, did they? You might know, Leo.
I'm aware of. Mostly because Slime doesn't have much money right now, and I guess Waj
does.
I've always wanted to ask Waj someday if he has a job. Seems like.
Do you think he's gotten a job in the last 2 years?
Well, Waj is a talented guy.
He was in school for a bit, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. I see. I don't know a ton about Waj's personal life. Here's the...
You never asked.
Well, no, he tells me a ton about it whenever I talk to him, but the thing is, he'll talk about the most obscure parts of his personal life.
That's right.
They'll tell me about the
all his weird
PSP
anecdotes.
Go or whatever that's been sitting in his closet for 14 years and how he hacked it to pirate games.
Are we sure we want to talk about this publicly?
Now, Waj doesn't mind, I'm sure. Waj is a very entertaining guy to talk to.
Now, you see, there's some positive to the Bionicle.
No, Waj is the person I'd like to see.
Yeah.
Waj is not your typical Bionicle fan. He's your Bionicle enjoyer.
Casual Bionicle enjoyer.
Most of the guys in Modularity, I'm cool with all of them. It's other sections of the community.
We need to drag Jog and Smat out to Virginia one time.
Oh yeah.
Old man Jog.
Has he been there at all since we were there?
Well,
no,
it's only
Jogging.
The John Smith, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh,
Jog and Smat.
See, I actually talked to him.
I don't know. If
I want to meet him because I actually found out. No, I don't think he's been there.
Okay.
So
did you find out recently?
Sorry. Well, no, because I was talking to him. It turns out he's also a Lutheran, so we were talking about some stuff.
I didn't know that.
I've never met another Lutheran Bionicle fan in the community. I met many of Lutheran Bionicle fans outside of the LEGO community, but...
What, Kevin doesn't count?
Well, he wasn't a Lutheran when I met him. He was a Lutheran after he denounced Bionicle.
After he denounced the religion of the Church of Bionicle.
This just in, the LCMS has announced that you can't be both a Lutheran and a Bionicle fan.
Oh, the LCMS has never made an announcement even remotely close to you can't do this.
Well, you can't be like a Freemason or a member of a secret society and be
No, but that was way back when they had more of a backbone.
Time to renounce my Illuminati membership then.
You better.
But, like, that's what I mean. There's a lot of more normal people who I'm sure go to these conventions. But it's just getting so hard to find because of all the weird people.
Like, all the normal people build trains and castles and spaceships.
No. I did actually. I met one time at a New Year's party.
Cool. Yeah, the G.I. Joe guys were really cool.
Oh, that was fun.
I don't think I met them.
Yeah. Actually, Orion and I, and I think Leo, you were there too.
Yeah.
We kind of had like a mini interview with them. Like, I don't remember if we recorded it.
I got footage of like a lot of stuff.
Yeah, like they had like a working what was it? Not the Technodrome, the Battle Dome or whatever.
Yeah, the one that Cobra had.
Yeah, the Cobra base. I suggested that they tried their hand at like a USS Flag, which was the biggest play set in the 80s. Like it's literally like a 3 3/4 scale model of an aircraft carrier.
Nice.
Like it's literally just like the whole thing is basically just a table to put the ships on. Right? Like it's literally just a table. It's not even really a playset. It's just a table that's in the shape of an aircraft carrier. But I told them like, maybe you could try that. And like, yeah, maybe in micro scale. And I'm like, yeah, that's a good idea. But those guys are cool.
Yeah, like I said, I know.
There was also the guys that did the Transformers.
Oh yeah,
they were really cool.
Yeah, like I said, I'm sure there's so many great people out there that still has this as a hobby, and I want to meet more of them. Because I'm sick of all the toxic people getting the publicity. And that's like that with a lot of things. I recognize that. Like, this is not all exclusive to like the Lego hobby, but I'm sure anyone who's on social media...
This is what we see, so we're more aware of it.
Yeah, I've tuned out the Bionicle community so much. Like, I'm just kind of... Right now, I'm on a book gathering kick. Like, I've got one more of the novels to get before my collection is complete now. And as of today, actually, I now have all of the comics.
Oh yeah, I actually read All Our Sins Remembered and all those other ones recently.
Yeah,
I've had the book for a long time.
Yeah, the only one I needed. So, for context, like I had all of the Metro Nui run to the end. So like the start of Metro Nui to the end in like the print. But I didn't have like the Ignition number 6, which was the online only. I didn't have that special one from the Bar Magna arc, which had all the original stuff. So I basically got everything.
Wasn't there also that other... Was Ignition 6? I don't think it was the one with Hydraxon.
No.
Because there was an exclusive Hydraxon comic on one of them.
Ignition 6 was the transition between the Voya Nui arc and the Mari Nui arc.
Okay.
And then it also had the Hydraxon things, which I also wanted it for that too. So I got that one. And then I got the first two, which had all the Mari Nui stuff. And then just today, I got in the Bar Magna one with all the original stories. I got that for $13.
From where?
From Amazon. Leo furiously tapping keyboard.
Wait, you say for $13 on Amazon?
$13.
Don't say it so loud.
That's weird.
Yeah.
You know what I still really need?
Good things come to those who wait, huh?
Speaking of comics, I still need the Dark Island Trilogy Part 3, which is incredibly expensive.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I'm reveling in the victory of today, having completed the entire comic collection, basically. Like, I have at least one copy of all the comics.
Of $70.
What number is that graphic novel?
Number 8.
It's the second to last one, because Journey's End never got a print.
That's right.
Yep.
Why is this so expensive? Like, it must have, like, not sold any copies whatsoever.
Didn't. Number 8, you mean? Or
No. Ninjago Dark Island Trilogy, Part 3.
Well, it never got marketed, so...
Yeah.
Oh, dang, you're right.
Wait, me or
about Bionicle number 8.
Yeah. If you don't have it, now's the time. So yeah, now I have at least one copy of all the print comics, basically. Not counting like some of the other promotional stuff that might have been in like a Lego magazine or something like that. The official story comics. Let's go with that.
I've got to hope that some surplus store all of a sudden dumps a bunch of copies of Dark Island Trilogy Part 3. There's literally only one listed on you.
Just like the
eBay.
$13 Bionicle graphic novel number 8.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that does happen with stuff.
Yeah.
Like
So, yeah,
I got.
now I'm just waiting on. I'm waiting on. I think it's Island of Darkness or Island of Doom.
And also, this copy that's up for $70 is like horrible quality. But it's basically impossible to get. It's frustrating.
That's a shame. Oh, I did find a local comic shop had like all the variant covers or all the retail variant covers of Garmadon so far, which was really cool to see.
So yeah, sometime I've got to come pick some of those up and
yeah, I think I gotta go over there and I gotta go over there and get them to order number 4.
So I actually,
if they aren't already,
I called my comic shop again and told them again I want all the variant covers because now we have some pictures of the variant covers that are coming out for number 4.
Q, you fool! You fell for one of the classic blunders.
Well, I was giving up, and then Ford pulled me back in.
Ford, how could you do this to your fellow friend?
Look, he's a friend. He wanted the covers. I had to help him.
Yes, but
they were all just there, right in front of me. It was amazing.
Heroin, would you give him heroin?
By the way, Leo,
I mean, if he really needed it.
I meant to give you those 2 issues of Garmadon when we were down there for your wedding.
Yeah, I remember.
But I gave you the book I got you for your wedding instead of the comics.
Also, I understand paper is an organic compound, but this is a very different organic compound from an injectable drug.
But no, you don't understand. It's not just any paper. It's variant covers.
The thing is, though, for $4, I kind of just like them as art I'd like to hang up.
I mean, yeah, they're good art.
Yeah, but you have four different copies of the same book.
Oh, I have many more than that because I got that one deal where I got like 5 of each.
Oh gosh.
For like $8. So, you know that other one there's at your store, the Sensei Garmadon cover, which is like $15 everywhere for some reason. Right? Yep. I got that one plus 8 other comics for $7.
Yeah, well, actually, they were charging, I think, like $10 for like the like one character on the cover thing, like that kind of variant. You know the one I'm talking about, like the Garmadon, like the Sensei Garmadon, the version 1 Garmadon. Like they were charging $10 for that, but $5 for all the others.
Yeah, variant covers really are the worst.
That's more than I actually pay for at here.
Mm-hmm.
I usually just pay the standard 4.
Really?
But so I don't know. There is another 1 in 10. The last 1 in 10 though was not $15. Since because one of the ones because you didn't pay $15 for either of the issue 3 variants, right?
I mean, I ended up paying $15 for three copies of it.
So yeah,
in total. So I ended up paying like about $5 on average.
It's because one of them was the 1 in 10, which I still don't quite get, but Leo explained it to me. That's just a way of ripping me off. But
yeah.
But anyway, here are the covers for the issue 4 variants, and there's some pretty cool ones.
Those are nice.
So
man.
So the one on the left, that's just a standard cover B. This one says this is somewhat similar to the Sensei Garmadon one, the one on the right. That I wonder if it's going to be ultra expensive as well.
Yes,
probably.
But the thing is, it's
get out at retail when you can.
I told them I want all the variant covers,
and
well, it hasn't come out still, so we'll see.
But are they gonna order it for you?
They said they would.
That's good.
Well, wait, one of the covers that you got that I will eventually pick up. The cover C is Garmadon with the Mega Weapon, right?
I believe so.
So yeah, that goes in the same.
I mean, I could go get it real quick if you want.
Sure, go grab it, and
all right.
I'm gonna grab these pictures in the meantime. Both of them are Mega Weapon themed, interestingly. Actually, I really like this other one. I'm sure you have not seen these, Leo. So I will.
The 90s truly were a mistake for all of comics.
The 90s were a golden age compared to today.
Okay, so one is in fact Garmadon with the mega weapon and the serpentine behind him, and then the one with that's just like the character is just Garmadon with the mega weapon. I only had so the one with the second one I mentioned. That one came in a sleeve. The other one didn't.
Huh? They didn't come in a sleeve.
Only like the one character panel cover came in a sleeve.
They always come in a sleeve at my comic shop.
Yeah, and they ended up charging more for it anyway, which is like
the one that didn't come in a sleeve.
The one that did come in a sleeve, they charged more for.
How much was that one?
About $10.
Okay, so it was more.
Yeah.
That's the one with like the green background.
Yes, that one.
Okay, so that means the next one, the one with the red background, is probably also going to be 10 to 15.
Well, if you can find it cheaper, I mean,
I might look on eBay. Well, they might just pull. If they don't end up just pulling it for me, I'll probably look on eBay again, like I did with the Sensei Garmadon variant.
And you know what's hilarious about all of this?
Hmm.
I bought 3 copies of the 3rd issue, and I still haven't gotten around to reading it.
Not much happens.
Oh, fun.
Unfortunately, the series is losing a lot of steam. I just buy it for the art at this point.
I thought it was only getting 4 issues anyway.
It's a 5-issue series.
5?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no.
But it's been pushed.
I thought it was a 4-issue series.
Nope, it's just been pushed back. It's been coming out slower. October 5th is the last one, which interestingly, I wonder if they are trying to coordinate the release of Crystallized Part 2 with this.
Maybe. Maybe that's why. But, I mean, yeah, the art's pretty... I mean, contemporary comic book art's trash. But this is pretty good, I'd say.
So, yeah, I'm in too deep. The thing is, there's a bunch of other variants for all of these, because the only A, B, and C actually are out in stores. Though, issue number 1 had a reprint, which I did get.
Oh?
So it was a D cover. Let me see if I can find it.
Don't remember if I saw that one in the store or not. I have to see it. Or wait, no, is that the Skybound cover? Or whatever?
No.
Oh. Interesting.
I'm trying to find it here. Yes, here it is. Which I now realize is kind of in the same vein as the other ones, as like the Sensei Garmadon and the Young Garmadon and the Mega Weapon Garmadon. So those actually gonna look really cool to all line up with each other. Let me double check, because I'm almost positive I did get this one, because this was like didn't come out at the same time. So yeah, there it is, the purple Garmadon cover.
Oh. Actually, I think I did see that one at the store.
I'm mostly certain I have that one. Let me look right now, because I have all these extra ones here, so I need to actually start through these better. If anyone desperately needs a copy of Garmadon issue 2, let me know. I think most of the ones I have are the A variant covers, but I know I have 2 set aside for Leo still.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I think those are these 2 right here. Though Leo only wanted the A cover, at least last I talked to him. I do have another B cover. So yeah, those are the 2 Leo. So yeah, I have like 4 other extra issues, and all of these did come in sleeves.
Sweet.
Oh no! I have 2 extra B covers of issue 2. So yeah, a lot of those. And what's in this bag here? So that was my A cover of issue number 3. Okay. And here's the other bag. So here's the Sensei Garmadon cover. Cover B, issue 2. Cover A, issue 2. Yes, so I do have this other one of the purple Garmadon one.
Okay.
Which, yeah, that one says... I think actually all these other ones even say... Including the green Garmadon one that you got for... That still says $4 on the front of it.
Yes, I know. I'm a sucker.
But now that I see there's theme going on with all of them, those are going to look pretty cool, side by side.
All right.
And I wonder if they're going to do one for each one. Like, what are the other variants of Garmadon they're going to do?
I mean,
they haven't done a
they've only got
Garmadon.
2 more to do, right?
They haven't done like a classic helmet 2-armed Garmadon one yet, so... You know, like a Lord Garmadon, Underworld Garmadon?
Yeah, maybe they'll do that. Who knows?
So
maybe they'll end up doing the crystallized version.
Or Oni Garmadon could be better.
Yeah. Something like that.
Crystallized version is still confusing. We'll see what happens with that.
Yeah.
Now my room is a mess again.
Good.
Very nice.
But I want to hear the frustrating part about this. There are more issue number 1s which are like just exclusive
to like something.
They exist to trap people like you.
There's no way I'll ever get them though, because it's not popular enough that people actually sought these out at cons.
You know, maybe Leo was onto something with the whole heroin analogy.
Did he use heroin
as I said?
Analogy?
Case in point. I
this
rest
one,
my
and
case,
once we get through these, we'll wrap up the episode. But I wanted to talk about the rest of these because it's not something you're going to get on most of Lego YouTube.
Yeah. Maybe when I also read Gagmadon, we can have a discussion about it.
Yeah, it'd be a nice episode to go through. Like, go through them all.
So then, this is another variant of issue number 1, the So Mengutu Skybound Comics Vault Live exclusive variant. All copies sold. Well, I don't know what does this mean, Leo? All copies sold were 9.8 CGC graded and slabbed.
Technobabble.
Sounds like a lot of nonsense.
Would you repeat what it says?
CGC 9.8 graded. This, I'm looking at the only grade choice for serious collectors and investing. It means it's mint.
Yeah, CGC is a guarantee company.
I don't know.
For any source of hobby stuff.
Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna have to take one of the other comics I have out of there, like the backings with the cases, and put the ones you got in those forward.
9.8 means a nearly perfect collectible with negligible handling or manufacturing defects.
Alrighty then.
So, and then there's another one here. I hate how I have to, because OBS still doesn't WEP images easily, so I have to convert them. So here, this one's called the Golden Apple cover.
Well, that means it was sold in New York.
Golden Apple cover.
No, that's
exclusive
Big Apple.
Variant cover. It was listed as sold out from the moment it appeared on the Golden Apple website, so it's unknown if it was ever available for sale.
Interesting.
What is Skybound Comics Vault Live, anyways?
I don't know.
Looks like it was some entertainment.
Maybe it's they're like a subsidiary that they own to sell variant covers to
it looks like some sort
you.
of event. Well, they didn't do a very good job then, because
yeah,
they didn't let me know as a thing.
I mean, it's possible. Maybe it just never went to print.
The Skybound one seems to have, from what I'm reading, because they're listing in here this one, what not exclusive variant cover that has not been available for sale as of June 2022.
Well then. Yeah, so it sounds like a lot of these just never got out there.
I have seen people with them on Twitter, though. I know some,
Are we sure they're real people?
Tommy Andreessen had, well, obviously he had some. I know Haley had a few of these, but she has connections.
Well, they're on the inside.
Yeah.
They have connections, yeah. They're on the inside.
Get on the inside.
Are there any actual people
I unfortunately think
us who have them?
So then we've got this one I just put on the right there. Another
okay, that one's cool. I like that one.
This is the 10 10, which is 10 TEN number 1 number 0 exclusive variant cover.
What the heck?
And that's also sold out.
There's a reference here, so let's see where that leads. Actually, this one is available on their website for $10. Let me set that tab aside.
Let me just set this next, bump aside.
So the golden apple one apparently is like never been found. I wonder if it's the Skybound reference link leads to a page not found, so
fun.
There's 2 more. Okay, this next one is listed as the Spectral Comic exclusive variant cover, limited to 444 copies with numbered certificate of authentication. Does that actually say authentication? I read that wrong. No, it says certificate of authentication. I thought it would be certificate of authenticity. I don't know.
Imagine needing an authentication certificate for a comic book.
Oh, that's a thing.
Yeah, it's.
I mean, weird. I know it's a thing, but still.
So yeah, there's that one. That's a pretty cool one. Garmadon's gonna kill Kai.
Very good.
And
he needs it.
Now I'm trying to find, because there's a tweet from Tommy Andreessen where he has even more, and I think one from Haley with variant covers. Let me try and dig that out real quick. Okay, so yeah, here's the one Tommy posted. Let's see if it'll let me just... No, it won't. Okay, gotta save it first. Someday technology will catch up, and this will be easier.
And then we will have the singularity.
Sure.
And then the heat death of the universe. But that'll be
those two aren't related.
Yeah, but that'll happen.
Okay, so here's all the ones that Tommy posted. So you've got like this line art version of the Great Devourer one that no one has ever seen.
Oh yeah.
Actually, I think that's the only one that on this list that no one has seen. Black and white cover B variant, and it's not been available as far as we know.
Nice.
So, yeah. Don't know what's going on with all those. I would look see if the Spectral Comics one is still... The Spectral Comics one is still available? Weird. But that's like a lot of money for just a piece of paper.
Exactly.
But I'm already in this far.
It's not a reason to keep going. You gotta cut
I
some
wanted to
corners
hang these up when I finally have a place to display all of my Ninjago sets. Oh well. We'll decide that later. Yeah, we've went on long here, but
very long.
Yeah. We'll get there eventually.
So, but yeah, the next one comes out in a few weeks here. And eventually that'll be over with, and then I can find something else to waste my money on, but not the crystallized sets apparently, because I'm still just haven't found any to buy any of them. Alright, as always, be sure to like the video and share it. Click that share button. YouTube really likes that. Subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell, so if you want to actually get told 1 out of 10 times when these live streams are starting. Sometimes it'll tell you. Sometimes I'll randomly get a notification, because obviously I'm subscribed, but I usually don't. So, yeah. Also, join the BCC Discord server. Link is in the description below if you want to have discussions on all things relating to Lego and whatever else you want to talk about. Good place to do that. My favorite Lego Discord server, actually, is ours.
Yes. Yes.
And be sure to join us every night, 9 p.m., give or take, Eastern Standard Time, for discussion on all things Lego, new and old. More so old lately. So, for Ford, Leo, myself, LQ, thank you for listening, and we'll see you on the next episode.
Dude.